Hi guys, my name is Will and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be discussing the motives of the killers and I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. Spoilers alert for this one. So let's get into the first killer, Sarah. I personally, these two killers, I do not think these two motives work at all. Didn't like them, enjoyed the movie, really enjoyed the kills in this movie, even though they were a little plain. I did enjoy them. There were some aspects of this movie I didn't like, but I won't get into this today. It's just about the motives of the killers. So let me go first with Sarah. When she gets revealed as the killer, first of all, I thought as soon as I saw her on screen, I'm like, she's a killer. Guessed it right off the bat. But when she reveals herself, it's so when they have the car accident, she's there alongside your other main cast members. So she was there at the accident and says that was the reason why I started these killings, because when she found out who the person was driving the car, he's like, oh, I was in a relationship, blah, 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 blah. Even the, the main character's name, the girl with the blonde hair, she even calls her out on it and goes, hold on a minute, you're trying to kill us. You were there yourself. You were there with us. You decided to cover up with us. So even in universe, who called out on a motive, like, you were there with us. Why are you trying to kill us? But yeah, it just didn't make too much sense. It was a weak motive. Although I can see where she was coming with, but she didn't know who the person was in the car. Later found out this was a guy she was seeing. Blah blah blah. It was a whole backlog. But it didn't make too much sense because the main character's like, you were there with us, so that's that. But the main one I want to talk about is Ray. Obviously, Ray was in I Know What He Did Last Summer, 1997. He was in I Don't Know What He Did Last Summer. He come back as this as a legacy character, and the reason for him being a killer, him being a killer, I don't know what they were thinking, but what could you do with the character? He comes back, shoots her off the boat. That could be it. It could be a hero again. But they decide to go the route of he is a killer. His motive that he says to Julia Roberts' character. No, it's Jennifer Love Hewitt. Where am I getting Julia Roberts for? Jennifer Love Hewitt. He explains to her that the town try to bury what happened in 1997. So they try to bury the massacre. They try to bury, just keep that whole him a secret. That meant burying, obviously, Ray, and obviously all the characters. Are sort of destroying them, making them go away because the police is involved with Teddy's father, who's got basically got real estate in Southport, and basically they try to suppress that and make it go away because after that the real estate was falling. So he wanted to bury that, make Southport what it was. That's how when we come to 2025, it's like a Miami Beach area sort of. It's dead upbeat and not what it used to be in the 90s. But that was his reasoning for being the killer. A good motive of any. They're trying to erase what happened to them. They're trying to erase them as human beings. Forget about them. Perfectly reasonable motive. But why wait all these years to start killing again? That's the bit that stumps me. So 1997, shortly after that, the guy, Teddy's father, who had all this real estate, buried all that, buried all the trauma, all everything to do with that. Why wait till 2025 to start killing people? You say you're helping Sarah. Right, I get that, you're helping Sarah, but why? It is, so basically, take it from a point of, say they never grew up to that place where the car drove off the edge. Say none of that happened. Say none of that took place. Would Ray still go on a random killing spree? If you know where I'm coming from, like, would he just go on a random killing spree after all these years, from 1997 to 2025? He waited till that car drove off the edge. They kept it a secret. God, I'm gonna start killing. And did Sarah confide in him, like, I'm gonna kill these people one by one? It just, it doesn't make sense why he waited all this time to start it. That's what's getting me about this. Why wait all this time? If that didn't happen, if that event with them keeping that a secret, with this car driving off the edge, they didn't keep that a secret, was Ray going to keep that anger bottled up inside him just forever? Because his motive at the end of the movie was they buried us, to try to erase what happened in 1997. Like, it's just, don't get that motive. If that didn't happen, like, if they didn't keep that a secret, he would never become the killer, even though his motive was they kept it a secret. So really, we could have had a movie of, I know what you did last summer, people killing off. You didn't have to have teenagers. You could have had the police chief. You could have had maybe you could have had some teenagers. If I had the police chief back then, or the sheriff, whatever you call it, his family, could have killed him, all his family. And then the guy, Teddy's father, who done all the real estate, he pushed all that aside. They could have went after him. And then his family, you could have still had a slasher movie with that motive. But in the context of that group of teenagers, his motive does not work. Rant over. The motives do not work. The movie is a good movie, apart from a few tidbits, and the motives do not work in this movie at all. So let me know what you think in the comments below about Ray's motive. What took him so long? Just if that event didn't happen, was he going to keep it pent up for the rest of his life? So yeah, let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you on the next one.